Gentleman from Tennessee, former state senator.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Ms. Goodling, I've read your vitae, and it says that you grew up and you mostly went to public schools. Was that K through 12?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And it says you chose Christian universities in part because they placed on service. What was the other part that you chose Christian universities?
I chose them because I had a faith system, and in some cases, I went to American University for my first year of law school, and then I transferred. And I enjoyed studying with people that shared the similar belief system that I did. It didn't mean that there wasn't a lot of diversity of discussion, because in some cases I actually found that the debate at Regent was much more vigorous than it was at American University my first year of law school. But I enjoyed being surrounded by people that had the same belief system.
The mission of the law school you attended, Regent, is to bring to bear upon legal education and the legal profession the will of Almighty God, our Creator. What is the will of Almighty God, our Creator, on the legal profession?
I'm not sure that I could define that question for you.
Did you ask people who applied for jobs as AUSAs anything about their religion?
No, I certainly did not.
Never had religion discussions come up?
And not to the best of my recollection.
Is there a type of student, a type of person that you thought embodied that philosophy of Regent University that you sought out as AUSAs?
In most cases, the people at Regent are good people trying to do the right thing, who wanted to make a difference in the world. If the question is, if I was looking for people like that, the answer is yes. I wasn't necessarily looking for people who shared a particular faith system. I don't have any recollection that entered into my mind at any point. But certainly there are a lot of people who applied to work for this president because they share his same faith system, and they did apply for jobs.
Are there an inordinate number of people from Regent University Law School that were hired by the Department of Justice while you were there?
I think we have a lot more people from Harvard and Yale.
Well, that's refreshing. Is it a fact, are you aware of the fact that in your graduating class, 50 to 60% of the students failed the bar the first time?
I don't remember the statistic, but I know it wasn't good. I was happy I passed the first time.
Okay, thank you. That was good. You mentioned in your opening statement Mr. Charlton was a problem district based on complaints you'd heard about unauthorized discussion with members of Congress. Who told you about the violation of that departmental policy?
I think I was aware of it in part because I was in the executive office and complaints would come to me. I don't remember specifically who, but it was something I believe that had happened more than once, and I heard about it from different people at different times.
And what are unauthorized discussions with members of Congress?
Almost any. We would encourage U.S. attorneys, if they knew a member of Congress personally and they got invited to a birthday party or something like that. Of course, we didn't necessarily care if they went to the birthday party. But if it was going to be a discussion about the Department of Justice, the policy was that they would talk to the department before they had those conversations, and certainly before they asked or made any requests or stated any position.
You also mentioned that Mr. Vines was a problem district. He's from the Middle District in Tennessee, or was. Who gave you that information, and what was the reason that was a problem district?
I actually believe I heard most of the information from Robin Ashton in the executive office for U.S. attorneys. When I got to that office, she told me that was an office that had had a lot of problems, and they were historical problems.
What were the problems? Define problems.
There was a lot of turmoil among the staff, different camps of people that weren't working together. And the U.S. attorney, I was told by Ms. Ashton, had actually hired a management analyst to come into the office and analyze the career people that worked for him. And that involved some of the career staff being asked to go to, as she told me, to the best of my recollection anyway, a cabin with the management consultant or psychiatrist for the weekend and be analyzed. And then they would come back and send the reports to the U.S. attorney. And the U.S. attorney thought that this would help him understand his staff. It was a very bizarre tale, and I may not be remembering it correctly, but in any case, the career staff in that office didn't appreciate being asked to be analyzed, and it caused some turmoil.
And I understand Mr. Vines was the subject possibly of an age discrimination suit. Is that accurate?
I think there were actually multiple age discrimination suits.
Do you know what came out of that? Is that still ongoing?
I believe I heard that one or two of them may be settled and that one might be going to trial, but I don't know, that may have been resolved by now.
While you were asked questions which were accurate concerning the President's power to just hire or fire who he wanted, isn't it a fact that historically before this President there were not U.S. attorneys who were asked to leave or who were fired during their terms or during the term of the President except in times of scandal or performance-related disagreements?
You know, Mr. Gerson testified in the Senate, and I was there, and he said that he did not think it was unprecedented. He thought it had happened before, but he didn't elaborate, and I never heard that he provided any examples. You know, U.S. attorneys are confirmed to 4 years, and it wouldn't surprise me to find that in the Justice Department's long history, it's happened before, but I can't give you any examples.
Thank you, ma'am.
The committee will stand in